Good afternoon, good evening. We are setting up today's program to understand, of course, how we're trying to get it right. We hope this is better now. Okay, good morning, SM fans. Yes, I think it's somewhat. Okay, that is fantastic. I think we are good to go. Good morning, SM fans, wherever you might be watching us from. We are live and direct again, of course, to continue the discussion about pertinent issues bordering on our existence as a people, and of course, the entirety of humanity within the Nigerian population. Then, of course, the federal government have admitted that powerful Nigerians involved in mining, sponsoring banditry, and terrorism. Now, the question is, who are these powerful Nigerians? Are they too powerful compared to the instrument of the states? That is where the federal government of Nigeria holds, of course, the duty to explain to Nigerians who are these powerful Nigerians, who are these untouchable Nigerians, destroying the very essence of our existence, killing whose activities and antecedents have destroyed homes. Millions of Nigerians or tens of millions are out of their homes because of the activities of the supposed demonic entities. We have, of course, analysts here to discuss these pertinent issues, and we welcome you wherever you might be watching us from. Good morning once again. Good afternoon, good evening. Of course, you may want to hear your own perspective regarding these issues. Via the comment section, let's know what you feel or what you think is actually happening. Is the government not aware of these powerful Nigerians? Are they hiding in the space? Are they still living within Nigeria, operating within the Nigerian state? Why has the federal government not gone after them? It comes, of course, very pertinent issues we must unravel this morning. You're most welcome. Comrade Chinedu, good morning. You're welcome, sir, to this wonderful rendition this morning. Let's have your own take regarding these powerful Nigerians that are involved in mining of our natural resources, gold and other minerals, responsible for banditry and the sponsor of terrorism. Well, take on this.
Yes, yeah, I don't think it's a new news for us. You understand? And before now, it has been reported in the paper some time ago that a certain former military head of state, helicopter or jet, was spotted distributing materials to bandits in the forest. That would have been a source of concern, but unfortunately, we've not had anything from or investigation being carried out to the satisfaction of everybody today. So if they are saying that powerful Nigerians, the person that said powerful Nigerians is also involved if it's coming from the presidency. Because they cannot tell us that they don't know those people, they know them. If a former military head of state can be linked with a jet that goes into the forest to drop arms, food, personnel, armed personnel in the forest to kill fellow Nigerians because of a security budget, funding and all that, so that the money will be going to their pocket. It's unfortunate. So to respond to this powerful Nigerians, to respond to the topic that powerful Nigerians are behind what is insecurity in Nigeria. Me and you know that these powerful Nigerians, they are the government patronizes them, gives them contracts to carry out what they are doing, and they come out and say powerful Nigerians. Where we have GSS, where we have the police, where we have the army, and you are telling us, that's what I'm saying, that Nigeria is a dead nation. That is just the truth. Look at what is happening they said there is a military or Nigeria Air Force jets went somewhere. Nigeria could not differentiate between a marketplace and a terrorist hideout. They went there and killed so many Northerners.
Families, communities were.
I know of a particular family
that
was made public. Almost 36 of them died. From one family. They say they have intelligence, they have army, they have surveillance, they have all these things. Whoa! To the Nigerian system.
Maybe the military should now relinquish their position to boys.
I have said this several times.
Boy Scouts and all these
paramilitary. I've said it times.
Local rangers.
Nigerians are waiting for it to happen. Who is going to lead? Look at what is happening. The Russians underrated the Ukrainian military. As I'm talking to you now, out of the 360 troops of Russian army, they have lost 312,000 soldiers.
You mean it?
Yes, go and check it. New York Times. Go and read it there. So, why these people keep on protecting corruption in Nigeria? The army and the police, they keep on protecting wickedness against Nigerian states. They keep on giving these people that are destroying Nigeria security. The same people are coming out to say powerful Nigerians.
Who are now powerful than the instrument of the state?
That is what I'm telling you. That a certain time in this country, it was reported that a former military head of state, helicopter or private jet, was used to drop arms, food, personnel in the forest,
and nothing happened.
To enable Boko Haram and the bandits to kill Nigerians so that he can continue to benefit
wickedness
from security budget. Is it the game?
At the expense of the masses.
Can such a thing be
people's lives?
No, can such a thing be done in a civilized country?
In a responsible society.
Now, you see the same man coming out to say I'm heading a presidential peace committee in Nigeria. Bro, since there's no law and order in Nigeria again, why are we still waiting to kickstart a parallel government, a resolution, a revolution, a people's movement that can chase away these criminals that have no vision on how to fix Nigeria, that keep on lying every day? The same people who are corrupt, they will come out and tell you say there's corruption in Nigeria.
There is corruption in Nigeria.
They are the ones who
powerful Nigeria.
But they will tell you that there's corruption in Nigeria. Look at Ababio, a sitting Senate president. He cannot be able to address a press conference. He cannot be able to speak to the public. He's just there as if there's no senior president. Everything that's been pushed to him, whether good or bad, he swallows it. Look at how much is paid to celebrate a birthday in Akwa Ibom, graced by Tinubu's wife. Over 800 million went down the drain.
For birthday celebration?
Yes.
Why people around him are hungry?
Spent over 800 million to organize a birthday for himself in Akwa Ibom. That is why.
How many people within his community has he given a bag of rice in this unitary season?
That is what I'm telling you now. That is there to make sure that all the plans to loot Nigeria is perfected. That's why Tinubu put him there. No other reason. I'm not seeing him activating anything. I'm not seeing him working for the interest of the Nigerians. Masses. Nothing. Go and check it. Go and look at what is happening. He cannot talk to the press. He cannot address the press. He cannot say anything. It looks like Akpabio is truly not an intelligent person.
Of course, he was not there by merit. He was smuggled there. If you use the word smuggled, because he didn't stand contested. He was just by arrangement. So he got to do the bidding of whichever that ensured his emergence.
Okay, that is just as it stands now. It is very clear. But what I'm saying is this: how long can we continue to dance in iniquity? How long can Nigerian leaders dance in illegality? Look at what Tinubu is overseeing. A unit of this country, a sitting governor, is being treated like a tout. And Wike is bragging that I have not finished with a sitting governor yet. And he's a serving minister under Obolo Eye. Tinubu, let me tell you the gospel truth. Obolo Eye is not Open Eye. You have Obolo Eye, it's not Open Eye. You are not intelligent. You are very unpresidential. And that is why we are seeing wickedness happen all around the country. And the economy is down. The system has broken down. Sorry, the national grid control to collapse.
The economy is dead, not even down. It's dead. The economy is dead.
So that's what I'm saying. How can a sitting governor be rubbish because you feel that you have judiciary in your pocket? Rivers State Governor, please. This is a special message to you, sir. You have the people's mandate. Rivers State can never be controlled by one person. Sit up. We are half Opopo, half Ijo. Somebody made Wike governor in Rivers State. People sponsored him. And if anybody sponsors you to become the governor or whichever way, you labored for it and you emerged as the sitting governor. You have the people's mandate. Stand your ground. Wike can never destroy you.
But coming to that, if
his plan is going to fail, because let me tell you, Mr. Governor, Simi Kubara, let me tell you the gospel truth. All this Jagaban ideology will not survive in Rivers State. Jagaban ideology that is trending now, even in the judiciary, will never survive in Rivers State. Rivers State is not Lagos State. Take your time and understand that you are sitting on over 3 million citizens, indigenous of Rivers State. Not weak, not 27. These stars, they call themselves 27 lawmakers. Are they lawmakers? Do they have the interest of Rivers State at hand?
Honestly, they lack ideology and average.
And that is why they continue to worship a tout in Abuja all the weekend. The chief tout is called Wike. Wike is the chief tout. Thank God they have shown themselves who they are. It is time for the sitting governor now to sit up and be decisive. Bro, nothing will happen. Fubara, be decisive. It is time to be decisive. You are the sitting governor. That's my message to you this morning, sir. We can have nothing. Men will stand for you because you did not won that election. All those 27 lawmakers. Shame! Because people are a disgrace to River State, you're a disgrace to Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria is dead. So if people are disgracing yourself, look at what people are doing.
Now, thank you. On the final note, now that the federal government of Nigeria under Tinubu has come to say that they are powerful Nigerians, and they refuse to hold them accountable at the expense. I mean, they are getting themselves enriched at the expense of the lives and well-being of Nigerians. What should Nigerians do since the government failed to take actions over these hooligans, criminals? I mean, causing this unrest and wanton destruction of life and properties.
That's why I've said it several times on this platform. Nigeria has no institution. We don't have democratic institutions. We will not be able to build that legacy to stand the test of time. That is why you see these things happen, nobody is challenging them. Syrup! They have done little. Let me say little out of 100%. What Syrup was able to do is just 1%.
But some time ago, you said we have over 6,000.
We have over 4,000 civil society organizations.
What are they doing? What are they civiling? What are they society? What are they waiting for?
They're supposed to defend the citizens of this country. They're supposed to go against the wickedness that has enveloped everyone. Whether they are corrupt, they have been corrupted, I don't know. Whether they don't have the bravery, I don't know. Whether they don't have the wherewithal, I don't know. Why there's no activism again in Nigeria? National Association of Nigerian Students that's supposed to spearhead those ones as they now drive Porsche cars in the universities, drink beer. I forgot that the independence of Nigeria was spearheaded by Nigerian Youth Movement, led by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Go and check the record. The records are there. Nigerian Youth Movement powered the forces that led to the independence of Nigeria under Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe.
But have we truly got the independence? Because the founding fathers was, of course, entrapped by their selfish interests.
I'm just making reference to that. The founding fathers, we know they were not sincere, but to an extent, they were able to achieve certain things. But what I'm saying is that, why are we not seeing
that vibrancy within the youth
who are supposed to spearhead a better change of democratic institutions in Nigeria?
Through revolution.
And we are not seeing that happen. Everybody keeps quiet. The government has destroyed the fabrics of agitation for good leadership and governance. Everybody seems to be relaxed. Nobody seems to be doing anything. Tribalism is a factor. This descent Tinubu, Tunde Bakare, We know the role they played. Subsidy. But unfortunately,
They are sleeping now, especially Tunde Bakale and Wolo Soyinka. So they are not sleeping.
making reference to that is that I know that the Nigerian youth, they did wonderfully well during the last general presidential election. They made their voice. Kudos to them. But we need to be more formidable this time around. Now, both home and abroad, we need to be more formidable this time around. These guys have a plan. They are championing. And they are almost succeeding. From Oba to Ikeja this morning is 400 naira. For just no cost.
400 naira.
For just no cost. You cannot buy anything in Nigeria again with just 100 naira. If you go to the nearby Aboki, he said, let's say you have 150, 250. That's why I'm saying, Opolo I, no be Opo I. Thank you.
Now you are calling for, sorry, I just said 30 seconds. You are calling for the youths both at home and in diaspora to unite. Will that be feasible now that it is very clear there is deep disparity and gap that have been widened in terms of people calling for the dissolution of this country? Nobody is now interested in the one Nigeria project. The Biafrans are calling for the independent state of Biafra. So where exactly do we go from here?
Of course, now every good thinking human being or people like us who are free thinkers, because I believe that I am a free thinker. I believe what is right in my own little way. I believe that Nigeria has a foundational scam as a nation. No two ways about it. Nigeria has a foundational scam. Nigeria was giving birth in corruption, lack of trust. That was how Nigeria came about. Nigeria
from inception.
Yes, Nigeria founding fathers
never trusted themselves.
Have no unification. Nigeria founding fathers have no trust among them. Nigeria founding fathers has always been suspicious of one another. So any agreement entered at that point in time that gave birth to a nation like Nigeria was fraudulent.
And do you want that to be sustained or to?
I'm coming. And that is why for the past 60 years, Nigeria has not been able to fix one sector of the economy. It's independent now. You can check the history. Do you know why?
Okay.
We need to restructure Nigeria. We need to restructure the name. We need to restructure and champion people-oriented constitution. I'm just putting Nigeria on a sick bed now. Life support. And I'm giving Nigeria last hope of life support before its disintegration. I am suggesting that to Nigeria, who is already sick, lying down on the bed under
life support. And unfortunately,
no, I'm coming under life support.
There's no.
I'm trying to give hope.
There's no light to power the.
As it stands now.
The oxygen.
Then, if they need to, a dying nation, if they need to, what will come say is Jagaban. Is Jagaban a theory? How can you define Jagaban, egocentric, selfishness. That's my understanding about Jagaban. It's my tongue. What happened? The same people that are saying they are powerful Nigeria conspired against Nigerian masses to produce a drug dealer as the president. Then what are you expecting? The ethnic lords in Nigeria. Listen, both the Yorubas and the Northerners. Go and ask a Northern man now. He will tell you that he's not interested in Nigeria. The people who are talking about Nigeria are looters. These people who call themselves, who stays in Abuja to share money. What is Boko Haram fighting for? Boko Haram want to stay on their own. They want a caliphate on their own. That is not the truth. The Yorubas all of a sudden was welcome. They can walk their consciousness off, and they start talking about Yoruba nation. I pray that God will open their eyes.
But majority have joined the Miloko.
Oga, you are talking about a Miloko. What is a Miloko? A Miloko is an insult. It's an insultive word on average Nigerian, so to say. Elements of agitations are still there in the southwest. They are there. Sunday was a product of that. An entire East region, all East Central states. The Biafran agitation is all over the world. The world is, as I'm talking to you now, these are ethnic lords who have seen the damage in the foundational structure that gave birth to Nigeria.
If the foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do?
And over the years, the likes of Oloseyinka dem, Bola Ige, Fela Nikolabo Kuti, Dr. Alex Ekweme, these great men are tried out of the spirit of patriotism to structure Nigeria in a better way of social economic growth.
But they weren't given the opportunity.
But still, those people who are giving arms to Boko Haram in the north to kill Nigerians are the same people manipulating the judiciary, sitting on top of committees and saying that presidential peace committee. Go and look at their faces.
Is the board of peace? Is that what you're saying?
So what I'm trying to tell you is this. What I'm trying to say this morning is very clear. Nigeria is on the sick bed, under life support. That's just the truth. Currently now. And the ethnic lords, we started experiencing these people 1999. Immediately Obasanjo came to power, the ethnic lords rose. That was when we started hearing about Maso and the rest. They are no longer comfortable. So that is what is going to divide Nigeria. But why those people have not been able to do that is because these people are civilized. They understand what the civilized world wants. They don't want any much humanitarian crisis in this part of the world. They want peaceful dissolution of the country, disintegration, or genuine restructuring. Let power be autonomous. And if it is not done, bye-bye. It doesn't take a second to remove the life support and Nigeria will die. That's just it.
Thank you so much for this brilliant and wonderful submissions by Comrade Chinedu. Honestly, you have spoken practically about issues reporting on the Nigerian state. And I hope, of course, esteemed fans, you have enjoyed this moment, of course, with us here. It's been an exciting moment, honestly, because it's been an exciting moment. We have Mr. Mr. Charles. Good morning. Honestly, this is quite interesting times. Please, letting fans kindly hit the like buttons, share this video so that others can join us. It's an interesting moment about issues bordering on the existence of Nigeria. Federal government has come to say powerful Nigerians who are into mining and exploration and exploitation of Nigeria masses are responsible for sponsoring of banditry and terrorism. Now, what is the government doing?
Good morning.
To catch up with them.
Good morning, Chigozie. My name is Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Thank you very much. It's a shame to Nigeria. It's a shame and it's a slap to a country called, once said as one of the most strongest black African country in the world. And it's a shame that you have your problem.
Sorry, strongest in terms of what? Criminality,
criminality
or in terms
no,
of economic progress?
What I mean by strongest in terms of the bad leadership we are having, strongest in terms of other things you can think about. We are talking about, you have mentioned that you know people that are behind banditry and killings in Nigeria and the oil bunkers in Nigeria. And you know them. It's very, very unfortunate thing. You see, sometimes you should be very, very happy that you went to a pastor and you met a pastor and the pastor said to you that your problem is that tree that is in your compound. That once you reach your house, cut down that tree. You see, you as a man, you know that that is a tree that's actually behind your success or your progress in life. As a reasonable human being, what do? Whenever you get to your house, the first thing you should do is just to cut off the tree. But what are we seeing? We are actually seeing a situation whereby somebody have told you that this is your problem and you cannot go beyond fighting down your problem. We have known that these are the problem we are having. Does that really mean that a lot of Nigerians are actually above the law, according to Professor ABDC in some years back? In his book, according to Professor ABDC, he said supremacy of the law and above the law. That is, some people must not be, you don't have to be above the law as a citizen of every particular country. It means that we have a lot of sections of individuals that call themselves citizens of Nigeria that are actually above the Nigerian law. And these are the people responsible in sponsoring most of these people, killings here and there. Don't forget, we are actually living in a country whereby most of these evil people are being celebrated. We are actually living in a country whereby most of these people that are thieves, criminals, because I call them thieves because they don't have the interest of the masses at heart. Somebody that can embezzle millions upon millions of naira, still, if the person is moving at the street of Oba or the street of Ikeja or anywhere, what you have to do is just to equip him with a lot of security men, both military and police people, just to guide a man who have just decided to steal millions upon millions of naira. What kind of country is this? God have given us the opportunity, and someone have come out to say that, see, don't forget, Mr. Chigozie, I started having disbelief in this regime that they call themselves APC members. When Buhari was still in power, a man came out and they said that they know the people behind, the Boko Haramic issues in Nigeria, problems in Nigeria, and people were waiting for them to mention names, and they could not mention names. So at the end of the day, what do you see? We have seen a situation whereby most of these people have been celebrated. A country where you find out that somebody who is saddled with the responsibility of killing somebody will actually come in and start celebrating such person that you are crafting that person or you are bringing that person into the military fold for him to help and do works. I happen to grow up at Kaduna. Kaduna, Zaria to be precise, is one of the highest places where you see, the whole 36 states come here for their final schooling as a military people. When people if the federal government have said that we're going to recruit about 5,000 people, I'm giving you an example. You find out that out of that 5,000 people, about 1,000 members of military people are nothing from the Boko Haramic sections. They can only come into that particular place to train, and the once is like 1 week or 2 weeks before the passing, and you start hearing that a lot of them have escaped from that depot. We call it depot Nigeria, and the federal government cannot do anything about it. Most of these people that call themselves, they have what I may call special interest in most of these banditry people. There's a lot of renomination, financial bonuses that is actually coming to their pocket. That is why they do not want to mention such people, meaning that these people are nothing but above the law, meaning that most of these politicians actually knows the nooks and crannies of most of these people that call themselves banditry people.
Now, if the government fails to, of course, arrest them and bring these people to book to face the law, could we at this time see that the government or the federal government is an accomplice to this crime against humanity?
So you were hearing what I'm saying. You don't have to. You don't have to. There's so many ways of preaching or sending messages to people. I said here time without number that these people are the ones sponsoring the most of these boundaries. So you should not expect me to, and I'm not to be expected to have told you that most of these politicians are among those people. Definitely they are. Because if you can beat your chest, if you call me a thief, and I know that I want to prove my innocence to you, and you said we can go anywhere beyond the cycles of the world for me to prove my innocence, I can do that. Are you getting me? So if you say this person has stolen your property, forget about the court we are having in Nigeria, a court that doesn't have what I may call the competence of the judges and no more in interest by the people because of the kind of things they are doing within the force of that judiciary sector. But what I'm telling you in essence is that most of these people, they actually knows they are the ones sponsoring because a lot of interest is actually coming for them. And the most important thing is
financial interest.
That is just it.
Against the lives
I grew up in the north.
Of the masses.
Because I grew up in the north. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. A man, I could remember when I was still schooling at one of the university there, Ebu Zaria. We went to a church, we call it CKC, Christ the King's Catholic Church. Because we were inside the church, and from nowhere, a man, a young guy that dressed like a woman, just came straight to the altar. And before you know what, the time that was given to him, I just flashed. So before you could know what it is, the bomb there just exploded. And few of them were caught. Ask yourself, where are those people? You find out that those people might have been drafted into the Nigerian army one way or the other. Justice can never be served in this country. Most of these politicians are actually behind the problems of this banditry. It's just like the Minister of Petroleum, you had him. You came out and you said that most of these people, I was once in Port Harcourt. You know that it was Port Harcourt I came all the way from Port Harcourt down to Lagos here. I stayed in Woji to be precise. And you find out that most of the activities I found out in Port Harcourt, most of the people you see in Port Harcourt are bunkers. And you cannot become a bunker without you having money. And there's no average man that can become a bunkering man. Most of the people that call themselves bunkers are millionaires. And then you find out that you can settle and settle and settle.
The government
itself.
And the military.
And the military is that is
the navies.
I am saying
before you can skate through.
You can skate through. See, I was in Port Harcourt to the extent that they shifted the guiding of what I may call it, the guiding of oil bunkers. They shifted it to the owners. They shifted it from the military to the civil defense. They are the one solely with the responsibility of what? Guiding oil bunkers, protecting them. But now you look at yourself, you ask yourself. Somebody said, "We know the oil bunkers in Nigeria. We know those people that are causing insecurity in Nigeria. The people that are moving out our oil illegally. And you know them. What are you supposed to have done to bring them into book? You checkmate them. But to look at the situation where we're in a situation
they
where
remain untouchable now.
They remain untouchable because they look at most of them as nothing but they are nothing but above the law. And it's not supposed to be like that. So it's a shame to Nigerian government. It's a shame to Nigerian judiciary.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your wonderful submission, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, sir.
And my people do say anyone who must come to equity must come with a clean hand. If the federal government under Tinubu is of course, adjudged to be innocent, absorbed of this complicity, he should have the courage and the political will to go after those criminals. But if otherwise, then you may not have, of course, the local standing to prosecute them when they also knew that you are not different from them. They knew what you knew, and you knew what they knew. So who is deceiving who? I mean, it is quite sad and quite unfortunate, honestly. What is happening in this country leaves us with no other option than to think about a different country. But this is not life. How can a state know the people crippling the economy, destroying their own citizens, and you fail to act, you fail to take action, you fail to arrest them and deal with them according to the provisions of the law? For barely 2 decades, the insecurity rocking the northern hemisphere has gobbled not less than $10 billion, 15 to $10 billion. And you are telling us that you knew the people responsible for this heinous crime against humanity. And you fail to act? I mean, there is something fundamentally wrong, of which we are not privy to, and the government is not honestly sincere to that intent. Let's know what is happening. Who are these powerful Nigerians who are destroying, of course, our societal setting? People are have fled their homes. People are being killed because of this banditry, terrorism, acts, and other vices. I mean, ravaging the entire, not just the north, across the east. The west is not left, it's not south, let alone the south. So it is high time, of course, we begin to ask pertinent and critical questions. Governments, who is now the culprit? Who are these powerful Nigerians that could not be dealt with according to the law? Who are the powerful Nigerians? Or is it a case of a kettle calling a pot black? And that is quite very sad. Let's understand the two positions of events and let's see what is happening. Because the reality, just a minute before we wrap it up. Good morning, Mr. Oluwawa.
I'm the marshal.
The marshal of Oba.
The lion, the demon.
The demon. If you are the demon, what is happening to Nigerians today?
Nigeria is going to go back to its former glory again because we are fighting the spiritual realm to make Nigeria come back to its first glory.
Do you have the glory in the first instance? When
Nigeria was Nigeria yesterday, you and I enjoyed Nigeria. Let us be frank. Let us know the truth.
Who enjoyed Nigeria?
You never enjoyed Nigeria since your life?
I have never enjoyed
Nigeria. You failed in language. You are a liar.
In what terms? I never. What do you mean by enjoyment?
Nigeria
I have never benefited any scholarship from my.
Okay, everybody can
from my nursery school to secondary school to university.
Nigeria was better than this many years ago. That's what I'm telling you. That is talk I'm telling you. Years ago, Nigeria was happy than this.
Okay.
So it's a systematic statement.
Now, federal government
Nigeria live like this.
Federal government said powerful Nigerians who are into mining.
Okay, let them bring their name out. I saw this latest statement. Okay, powerful Nigeria. They are demonizing us, they are terrorizing us, they are banditry us, they are kidnapping us. No. Where are the motherfucking name of them? They don't have name, they don't have residence, they don't have where they live. See, don't try to propagate language that doesn't exist. You are trying to make people say you do good. You don't do any good though. When you capture one person, we see the person, we see neck, we see face, and a moral and
prosecutor.
Prosecuted. Nah, you make noise on one point.
You telling us powerful Nigeria.
It's terrorism. I don't believe in that language. It's like they try to make people believe that things is happening, and I don't think this is happening. How long? Okay, so the other time say sponsor of the terrorists, their name, you know their name. See, Nigeria will be happy if you give Nigeria their name. Nigeria will not know their enemy.
Now, are they powerful than the government?
They are not powerful
That
than the
they could not
government.
be arrested?
That statement they use that is indirectly powerful than them. See, we go to school. I go to Victory High School. Bolaji Banka Tony Way. I'm a mafia in the school.
We have common sense.
We have sense. I go to Kenya School.
No matter the
So when you make a statement, we not survey that statement. We not analyze that statement. We not say the statement don't have truth.
there's no truth in the statement.
No.
The people claiming powerful Nigeria are the same people destroying us.
Sponsor of Boko Haram, we know them, we catch them. Okay, now, you now say powerful people. See, every day, different story, different language. See, we are tired of this type of situation. Please, let that renew hope. Let it come to a reality that Nigeria will enjoy. Like, this is Christmas now. Okay, what's happening now? Are they telling you powerful people that are more than Nigeria? Okay, now we can't do Christmas. Are they trying to give us indirectly say Christmas is bad for us? But God is above their life. God is above everybody's statement, and God is with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oluwawan. Oluwawan has given them the language. And on this note, we wrap it up. Thank you so much once again, as fans. Wishing you the best of the days ahead, of course. Bye for now until we come in the next edition.